Grace Peace Brothers, Ken Vidal here, coming to you this week on my synopsis of Genesis 21. And very interesting story this week as it describes Brother Abraham and Sarah again and their uh, furthering further adventures and having their son Isaac born at this time. And seeing how he was grown into, growing into stature. At some point, there was some terminology used there that he was weaned, and I looked up that word there. That word there is gamal, and in the Hebrew, and that means to deal bountifully with, to ripen, or to reward, and that's why Abraham had a feast for him around that time. At the same time, um, God honored the covenant of the circumcision that he had commanded Abraham back in Genesis chapter 17 and verse 10 through 13. So Isaac was circumcised on his eighth day, and at the same time, Hagar, I guess was feeling her son unfortunately started to get a little boastful and whatever was going on in his mind or what have you. And Abraham's wife wasn't really having any of that, and so she cast her out, and told Abraham to send her out, and there she went. And so she went and was in the wilderness and was kind of feeling downtrodden and so forth, and put Ishmael basically in a place ready to die. It says within an archer's bow shot. So she was quite a distance away from him and was kind of expecting him to die, and she was crying unto the Lord and so forth. And so the angel of the Lord appeared unto her and said, why do you cry so much and so forth? And so God honored the covenant that he had made initially with Abraham back in Genesis chapter 12 verses 1 through 3, the Abrahamic covenant, that Ishmael was also going to be made a great nation. So the God there in that particular instance showed up for Sister Hagar in the person of El Roy, the guy who sees me. And then further down into the story, we then see that Abraham and Abimelech also had a covenant together. Abimelech actually had asked Abraham to deal with him truthfully, the way that he and his son, and so they basically cut a covenant together, and they called the name of that place Beersheba, and that name means the well of the sevenfold oath. So there were three basic covenants that were captured in this particular story. Grace and peace, brothers. I hope that you guys were blessed by this and you have a great evening.